Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Flex and Joe. So I want to talk to you guys really quickly about the worst injury I've ever had, which actually was not even in the gym. All right, so I was working for this company in their warehouse. I'm not going to say who they are because I don't know if there's any, I don't know, I just don't want any issues, I'm going to play it safe and not say who they are. So I'm working for this company and I was like pulling this cart behind me. Well, at the bottom of this cart is like, think about getting hit in the ankle with a shopping cart. Like that dead leg pain you just get because it hits you right in the back of the Achilles or the ankle or whatever. So I was pulling this cart and I hit myself in the back of the ankle. The problem with that was that, and I didn't realize it, the edge on this thing was sharp. So when I hit myself in the ankle pulling this cart, I just got my ankle caught underneath it. The thing was sharp enough to cut through my shoe, through my sneaker, and hit me right in, like at the bottom of the Achilles, like very close to my heel. So, and I didn't know I hit my Achilles when this happened. I was just like, damn, I thought I'd give myself like a dead leg, just my calf wasn't working. So I tried to walk and it was like, I was like hobbling. So I hobbled my way over to sit down. And I'm like, I call my supervisor over and I'm like, hey man, like, shoot, I'm sorry, I just cut myself, you know what I mean? Like I need a Band-Aid or whatever, and because I didn't think it was anything serious. And so it was bleeding pretty good, as you can imagine, I'm sure. And he was just like, man, I think you need to go get stitches. I'm like, you think so? And he's like, yeah. Call somebody else over. They're like, yeah, you need stitches, man. So like, I get like some gauze, pack it around there, like in my shoe, in the back of my shoe and all that. I'm bleeding. And I get in my car and drive 30 minutes to the hospital because I lived about 30 minutes away from where I work, and there was a hospital near there. So I drove back to Lewiston to Central Maine Medical Center, right? So I get in there. It didn't actually wait that long. I do remember that. I wasn't waiting that long, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. This is back in because this is June 2006, so it wasn't like, like cell phones back then, like, you basically like had an internet device in your hand, in your pocket, it was kind of boring. But, so anyways, back then, would you resort to reading magazines and probably watching soap operas on the TV they had there? And, which I don't know how people get into that, like that stuff. Gosh, watching soap operas all the time, Days of Our Lives and General Hospital, whatever the hell else there is. It's craziness. So, they call me back there, right? And then I'm laying, on the table, and he's got, looking at my ankle and all that, and he was just like, wow, like you really cut yourself pretty deep, blah, blah, blah. So he he's irrigating it and looking at how deep the cut is and tells me that I cut through like 60% of my Achilles tendon, so like more than halfway. Which I don't know how much more damage was done to the fact that I kept trying to walk on it afterwards. That probably wasn't too great either. Well, I ended up getting stitches. Like he stitches me up. I don't remember how many stitches he puts in. Whatever, They always like people like to be like brag. Oh, I got 75 stitches. I don't freaking know. He put some stitches in there. The count really doesn't matter. So then he tells me that he's got to put me in a hard cast and explains to me like the damage that was done on my Achilles and that I can't walk on it for 6 weeks. So for 6 weeks now, I'm like pretty much I'm out of work because they tell me I can't crutch my way into work. Can't do anything. 6 weeks, no work. So like mind you, at this time I had a 2-month-old, okay? Like workers' comp was only gonna give me like $80 a week. This shit sucked, all right? I remember borrowing money from people, like, and that's like the worst thing, Like, that's the worst thing. I can't stand like, I don't like when people ask for money, you know what I mean? But like, just a matter of personal pride, I don't want to be borrowing money from anybody, and I paid it back, but I just felt horrible asking. And so I spent 6 weeks in that, and then so I'm using the one leg, the one calf, to like, because I live on a 3rd floor apartment, so I'm jumping up every step with my right leg, calf pump insane all day long, all right? And then I'm not using the other calf. So I swear that my right calf grew and my left calf shrunk down to like the size of my forearm, and like, in that 6 weeks. And then they put me in a walking boot and they were like, yeah, you can walk, and you know, but you can't, basically you're not going to change the angle of your foot, so you're not really using your Achilles, you know, but you're getting back to putting pressure on that leg. So that sucked, you know, but I could at least take the walking boot off at night and get some freedom, and, you know, and move my foot, flex my foot without any real tension, you know. And I gradually worked my way up to like walking in a pool where, you know, like where it's like 4 foot deep or 5 foot deep or whatever, and like where I was more or less like a lot less weight, you know. And I remember too, like, people telling me, "Oh, you're gonna do more damage that way," and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, I know better. I probably really didn't know better, but it seemed logical, you know, that you have to like rebuild it, and, you know, you kind of gotta crawl before you can walk, type of thing. So if I'm gonna walk, before I could walk on ground, I had to walk in water where I weighed a lot less. So it seemed logical, and hey, it worked out, because I did end up recovering a lot faster, because they were like 6 weeks in the walking boot, and they want like 6 more weeks of physical therapy. And I think I cut out most of that physical therapy by being a little more aggressive when I got that walking boot on, because I was just too damn frustrated, you know. Like, it was summertime, it was hot, I was walking around with this big black boot that went all the way up to my knee. Shit sucked. But that's it for this episode of Story Time with Flex and Joe. Because I'm just straight up telling you stories while I'm in the car right now. But, you know, hey, I just want to hear you guys that watch this video. What's your worst injury ever? If you got nothing, put nothing. But if you got something, put it down in the comments down below. I'd love to see some comments from you guys, hear your stories, interact with you guys a little bit more. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. You know what to do. I'll see you guys again soon.